and his environment are inseparable. These two entities have been bonded for as long as existence will have it. The environment has been a reason for man's existence. Without it, man would be dwelling in a vacuum. Generally, the survival of life on earth is totally tied to it. The air, water, soil, plants, trees, and other natural components all combine to form the surrounding in which man and other living things reside. Although the environment has afforded man everything he needs to survive as a natural being, it has not been immune to certain modifications and dynamics, issues and challenges which have been inspired by the custodian of its well-being. Over the years, myriads of changes have emerged in our environment due to the activities carried out by members of the society. Innovations being made, structures built, companies established, farmlands becoming expansible, and other positives largely realized. However, there are issues which have also constituted part of the environment for eons. One of these numerous issues, which has proven insurmountable, is environmental degradation. Environmental degradation is the deterioration of the environment caused by major vices such as pollution, depletion of air, water, soil, destabilization of the ecosystem, destruction of wildlife, and other militating factors which can have a detrimental impact on man and other beings. Environmental pollution is one factor of degradation that has left the environment begging for resuscitation, especially in Nigeria, where indiscriminate dumping of refuse, exposed sewages and gutters, open defecation, indiscreet bush burning, and the likes of these have domiciled. One practical example of places with this sort of problem is Bida, a local government area in Niger State with a population estimate of 188,181, which is expected to have a 3% increase every year following the prediction of the National Bureau of Statistics. The city of Bida, which has its major language, Nupe, is known for its multiplicity in ethnic groups and crafts. However, it is not far-fetched from this menace of environmental deformity. The environment is fast becoming a shadow of its own self, as most areas are covered in heaps of refuse dumps made up of solid waste, gory sites of open sewages, stagnant waters, and even the weeds growing around are not left out of the puzzle. Residents have continued to live under this pathetic condition as various attempts to erase these contaminants have not been efficient enough.
Ya sake ruwa ka sai ya fito sosai, ya rage ma yanzu. In ba haka nan ba ya yi dogo ba za a gani katanga na can ba. Amma dai yanzu ya rage, kuma mutanen gidan ga yana fadi ya ce zai sa magani saboda ya wuce, saboda kullu ga soro da yara rashin lahiya yana kama shi kullu ko an je asibiti haka na za fi da ce magani soro ya yi mishi yawa a jikin shi. To kuma ba mu samu wanda za a yi taimaka a gyara mu ne a sa magani, babu. To kullu dai haka na dai wurin ga yana yi kullu kowane shekara sai ya yi. Muna so a taimaka mu saboda dai ga mutane da yawa anguwan ga.
The appalling appearance of this debased site reveals the high level of indifference to the need for proper sanitation of the environment. Environs complain bitterly about the awful smell that exudes from the sewages and stagnant waters close to their houses. These ills, which have become almost irreversible, have no doubt been a handiwork of the residents living around these vicinities due to the untamed attitude of inappropriate waste disposal and neglect to the declining state of the natural environment.
Tápà náà la wà báyìí nísìnyí àdúgbò yàwá rẹ̀ ti lé síbí báyìí ni dẹ́ńtà máa ń sọ fún wọn pé kán má dalẹ̀ sí ẹ̀ńkùlé kán má dalẹ̀ sẹ́ńkùlé wọn ò ní dà wọn ì dá wa lóhùn mọ̀ mú jà wá gan wọn ò ní ṣe bí ilé àwọn ni tọ̀ ìdí tó jẹ́ káwọn sọ kankan pẹ̀lú wọn mọ́nù ká fi wọn lẹ̀lẹ̀ tọ̀ ìrànlọ́wọ́ pọ̀ tí wọ́n ṣe fún wa bóyá bí irú nísìnyí bóyá tán máa sún bí irú ilẹ̀ yìí báyìí tán máa sún lọ síwájú àǹfààní wà bóyá tán máa rẹ́ wọn nílé níbi bíi tán máa lè súnlẹ̀ síwájú tí ó fi jẹ́ pé bóyá àtàn wájúwájú ni àtàn wà ìrànlọ́wọ́ tán lè ṣe fún wa nù tó tá bá sọ̀rọ̀ nísìnyí wọ́n ń bú wa wọ́n ní kí ló kàn wá sí bí àwọn náà wọ́n ní ìlú ìdí tó jẹ́ ká sọ kankan mọ́nù àwọn sì gbálẹ̀ sí bíbáyìí ni.
These are the remains of a market popularly known as the Old Market, which used to be a center of commercial activity before it was razed by fire in the year 2018, destroying shops and goods worth millions of naira. Since then, it has remained abandoned without any form of revamping being done to it. The market, which was once a special commercial hub, has been converted into a haven of all kinds of disposed items and waste because of neglect. However, this did not deter business owners from pushing through with their activities as they cut out definite portions for themselves to sell their goods.
It will affect me. Even if I want to eat something, I can't eat it presently here. I will go back to inside market and eat it because it will affect my stomach very well. All my neck it will affect. That is why we are just managing it here because we can't do it otherwise. That is why we are. How are we going to do about it? Even if you are tell government cannot come and just pack all these things for us to make our. If not, if there is this thing for government, people will come here and build their shop.
Polluted areas might not be the only hazard suffered by this land, as erosion also leaves its impact on it. The soils in Bida have taken an entirely new shape caused by gully erosions. They have become steeply deformed, creating an unbalanced feature around those parts. Speaking extensively on this issue, an environmentalist and head of Department of Microbiology in Federal Polytechnic in Bida has these to say.
When it rains, the rain will wash off most lands and have most areas eroded. You have gully erosion everywhere, and if people continue to dump refuse in drainages, the drainages will be blocked and water will always find its level. It will move away from that side and erode many places. That's why in an area called Masaga, you see some houses falling off due to erosion. And if you go very close to Poly, on the way to Poly Junction, you see the road being eroded. The gully is kept increasing. The only way to eradicate it, to prevent this, is to prevent or to educate people about indiscriminate dumping of refuse. When you dump your garbage without control anywhere, it blocks drainages and eventually leads to erosion. But when you prevent this dumping of, and also you can also devise a measure by recycling your waste, recycling and reuse. You reuse in the sense that instead of dumping your refuse, for example, you have a torn cloth, you can easily sew it. Then you have your maybe metallic material that maybe there is just a little damage, you can repair. And at the same time, if it's beyond repair, you take to where they recycle them to produce other materials. So that is
as much as these heavily heaped waste appear totally gross and dreadful to the eyes, They can be very useful in the production of essential items such as leather bags, home items and utensils, gasoline, not to mention a few that will be of large benefit to the society. If these refuse are properly disposed at special sites, they can be collected, recycled or re-engineered by duty-bound agencies responsible for this function. Waste only remain an eyesore if they are left to dwell in handicapped spots without giving much attention to the limitless residual benefits they can have. Solid waste most especially have a wide range of dividend when retrieved for recycling. Residents are the ones caught at the receiving end when the implications of this menace emerge, but these can only be avoided when they inculcate the habit of healthy lifestyle, starting with keeping their immediate environment in a good shape. Environmental agencies are not only hinged to the task of providing materials or solitary areas for collecting this waste, but must also step up sensitization campaigns to educate individuals of the society on the significance of healthy environment and implications of indiscriminate dumping of refuse, particularly in this northern part of Nigeria.
Sensitization. When they tell people, students, especially not only students, everybody in the community within this environment, tell them that about the implication of dumping refuse, as we have earlier mentioned. You don't dump your refuse indiscriminately, then there should be a station, a place where you dump refuse. Then you employ people that will come and take the refuse from that area to the disposal field. And again, they can also implement a policy so that if anybody dumps refuse, there should be sanction. It's either you are suspended or you are asked to pay a fine. If those measures are put in place, I think people will be careful the way they dump refuse. Okay. And I also mentioned, I didn't mention this, apart from solid waste, we have sewage, which is a liquid waste now. In most cases, most areas in Bida especially, we see people channeling sewage from their houses to the road, no drainage. So that can also lead to erosion and environmental pollution.
No doubt, harm has been done to the environment and its implications are greatly felt by residents. Human lives can be threatened by deadly disease such as cardiovascular disease, typhoid, skin disease, and even death of wildlife. Efforts must be intensified by residents and agencies to purge the environment of these deficiencies which has held it hostage. An inclusive advocacy against inappropriate refuse disposal, the base drainages and other man-induced environmental hazards must be embraced. Better attention should be given towards the maintenance of the surroundings to ensure a healthy and comfortable well-being for all.